Hey everyone, it's Thomas with a review on the PXC 550 by Sennheiser headphone unit with Bluetooth and noise cancellation. If you're searching for such headphones, or if you're especially interested in the Sennheiser ones, or in the comparison Sennheiser versus Bose, this review will help you. You can see here already a very attractive design, over-ear headphones by Sennheiser, pretty new now still. Button for the noise cancellation and for effect mode, and charging via USB just in very short 30 hours of battery time. And I can not only look model face like, I can also smile. Hey! So welcome to this product review. Let's take a look what we have here. This is the box. All the info on it just to show you. And then there are 3 cables. It's a normal 3.5mm cable that you can just put it in, for example, a phone or also in a laptop without a wireless connection. Then there's the USB cable and then in-flight adapter and also the big headphone adapter. You get this soft case along with it, and then they have this folding mechanism in there. So it's actually a good compromise because there are a little bit bigger over-ear headphones, but still you could fold them both ways, and then you can it's not too big to transport. So I think that's really a good solution. And the first big technology feature is actually turning them on. So if you just fold them out, it clicks, and it also says then just power on. You have really an acoustic feedback then. And the good thing about this, you can never forget to turn them off actually, because as soon as you flip them back again, they turn off. And maybe you can hear it also on microphone now. Then let me just hold it to the microphone.
Power off.
Did you hear that? Now again.
Power on. Phone 1 connected.
And the thing is, when you have, for example, your phone turned on with Bluetooth, as it is right now here, just laying down there, then already the connection is established. Pretty easy. But what about the very first time you start those headphones? Well, the very first time you unbox them and then turn them on, directly the pairing function is activated. That's also really great stuff, because you can just get your phone, go to the Bluetooth menu, and they're just there, you click on them and it's done. I never had initializing process that easy, really well done. And then the question is, what about when you want to connect a second device, for example, then you have the phone and then you want to connect the laptop. Then you have this effect button with this small music symbol. You also seen it initially. You hold it for 4 seconds, and then the pairing process is activated. You can also see it on the laptop, click on it, and it's so easily done. So I also had the the predecessor, the smaller one, the how is it called? I think MX 550. So those ones were also very good, but the pairing process was not that easy. So this one majorly improved, really nice. Then another big feature is, of course, the noise cancellation. It's the button above the sound effect button, and you can have 2 levels, or basically 3 levels. You can have an off, middle noise cancellation, which is usually enough, and then maximum noise cancellation. The maximum is, by the way, about 30 dB noise cancellation. I usually leave it in the middle mode, because the higher mode, well, it's not a big difference. When it's now very silent and you test it, then you do hear some difference. In the plane, I must say I didn't hear too big of a difference, but the middle mode was usually already enough. And here, by the way, a very big difference to the Bose QuietComfort. I have also tested them, and I had the impression when I wore the Bose that they are a little bit stronger in noise cancellation, but that they are that strong in a noise cancellation that it really hurt my ears. It's like someone really applied pressure, like a wall of pressure is really facing my ears, and I was getting a little bit sick from that. And I've read that also in other reviews. Some do report it, some have it, some don't. Well, I do have it, and therefore I think here they found a very good compromise of putting the maximum noise insulation that is possible, because it's getting really quiet with it, but then not making it so extreme that you would feel uncomfortable with it. Therefore, I'm really satisfied with the noise cancellation here. So what is also very important is of course the design, with a lot of silver elements. All the soft elements are covered in leatherette. That's also very important to me, that no animal based material is being used. And so it's really soft to wear. It goes over ear, as I said earlier. The battery is actually not that light. It's actually quite heavy because it also has, as I said earlier, 30 hours of maximum running time. That's really odd. And I tested it like the first time. I had to have it at on the energy for about a day. So the charging time is actually quite long because the battery is huge. But then again, when you wear it, they feel very light. I hope, by the way, it doesn't sound weird now when I talk to the microphone when I have the headphones on. Of course, it sounds weird to me. But as also the weight is being distributed. Some weight is on your head, and some weight is being evened out by the pressure to the side. It's not uncomfortable at all, but the pressure on the head is evenly distributed, so it does feel light overall. I think that's also very good. And then to the next big technology feature is how to start the music. Well, it's easy. You have basically a touch button here. In some of the shots you could see, it does collect some greasy fingers like a touchscreen at some point. So with a microfiber towel you have to wipe it clean, but just when you hit it once, music is being started. Oh. There it is. And you click it once, again, and then it stops the music. And that's really easy, and you don't have any buttons, of course, that could crash, for example. Just the one for noise cancellation and the one for the effect mode. And the thing is also, there are much more interesting commands. For example, when you have the music turned on, you can swipe down to lower the volume, or swipe up, like this, swipe down, or swipe up. See how it works? It's really interesting, right? Or for example, you swipe forward to change to the next title, swipe backward for the previous title. And when you connected it with a phone and have a phone call, then you can also pick it up by touching it, or holding. There are different functions than to hold, and get a second call in. And that's maybe the only thing where you need to read the manual. Everything else is basically self-explanatory. And also a double click has this speak through function. For example, you are in a plane and beverages and drinks are being served, and then you are like, what do you want to know? Then you do the double click, and you have the speak through function. The noise cancellation is hold back for a second, then you can also talk through. So pretty interesting. Bluetooth, by the way, is Bluetooth 4.2, and you can also use NFC. That's also possible. I just use the Bluetooth function, but maybe you're especially interested in NFC, and then they are also capable of doing that. So definitely a very interesting piece. So sound effect wise, we have this sound effect button there, the small one. You could better see it in a close up. And they're different. You can have effect mode off, and if you click it once, you can go through the different modes. There's a speech mode available where it's like very clear for telephone use. And then everything above that is, let's say, a little bit more bass. So there's the club mode, which has very good surround sound for music, a little bit more bass. And then there's the movie mode. And this one would be a little bit too heavy for music. But for example, if you want to enjoy, some Hollywood movie, then you have this, this low frequency sounds. Especially, for if you recently saw Blade Runner, if you want to have such a movie where the music also plays a role in those low frequency sound effects. To me, it's sometimes a little bit too heavy in bass than with the movie, but the good thing is you can really choose. So I usually have it in club mode and the middle noise cancellation. And if I want to listen to, laptop, checking, car reviews, for example, doing editing there, for example, then I usually do the effect mode off, because when you are in this music effect mode, the club mode, it can somehow distort the way you actually perceive when someone talks, So that's really rather something for music. So overall, surely the best headphones I had so far. Good in design, great in comfort. The material, build quality looks really nice. After a longer while, I can maybe also give you an update how it was durability-wise. That will be very interesting because I can't tell you so far. Then what was really astonishing is that it was so easy to install. That was really great. And by the way, if you have two device mounted, laptop and mobile phone, that was impressive too. So the music was running from a mobile phone. I put on the laptop, second device connected, and when I'm using the text, Word or whatever, was running still the music. But as soon as I did a sound application, playing a movie, playing music on the laptop, the headphones changed to a laptop. And then when I closed them, a VLC player, for example, and then just write again, changes back to the music. Wow, that was also a really interesting piece. Also with the touch command, well, you have sometimes situations where it doesn't work 100%. You have to maybe click another time. That happens, but overall it works quite good. And those reduction of buttons also actually nice because it reduces also the distortion visually, and also some other headphones have so many buttons and you say, oh, what should I do with it? So that's really good. And you can never miss to shut them off because you just click them right there and then they are really off and you don't waste any battery. So those were my impressions here from PXC 550. I would say, it gave you some small con points maybe, but overall, really everything I would expect from such a product. So I think A+ rating without without exaggerating. I can definitely say so. If you also own those headphones, tell me your experience. If you have other ones, share your thoughts, share your opinion in the comment section. Really would be looking forward to that. Thank you so much for watching, and also tune in next time. But of course, you rather find me on my Autogefühl channel for the car reviews. But since I'm traveling a lot and this was really helpful for me, getting a little bit of relief while traveling, getting silence in the plane from the noise cancellation and listening to good music. And I'm a trance music fan. This one is really helping me also in my everyday life, and therefore I wanted to share this one here with you. Thanks so much for watching again. See you next time.